How's it going, everybody? I hope you guys are having a good or a great day. And even if you're not, shut up, because you're watching a Nate the Great YouTube video and or listening to a Nate the Great podcast episode. I'm excited. Hope you are. Hope you guys are too. We're going to get right into it. So I watched The Idol last night, the episode 1 of The Idol, and through this whole video episode, I hope that I don't sound confused because I am very confused on how I feel about this. It's a weird show. I'm just going to put it to you plainly. Maybe I should just start out with just saying what it is, I guess. So The Idol is The Weeknd's, like the musical artist. He executive produced the show. He stars in it, and I don't know if he wrote it or not, but it seems like something that he would do. And it's produced and executively produced and created. I don't know like who's making this show and who's not. By Sam Livingston, who also works on Euphoria. He's like the main guy of Euphoria. So he really likes teenagers and people doing weird things in California, out in California. He just thinks California is just drugs and sex, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess, depending on who you talk to, it might be. But that's sort of like the idea of what we've got into with this show. The Idol stars The Weeknd. He was heavily pushed by The Weeknd, saying, "Go watch the show. Go watch the show. Go watch the show." And then days and weeks started coming up to like the premiere of the show, which actually just happened this past Sunday in June, and it was weird. It was a weird promotional because people were saying, "Is it in the Euphoria universe?" I can't believe I just said that. Is it in the Euphoria universe? Are characters from Euphoria going to show up in this show? And I don't know what those answers are. I don't know what the answers are to those questions. But essentially, I don't think it matters because it's a whole different story. It's a whole different show. Like, who cares? When will we stop giving Avengers Endgame more mind processes than it should? Not everything needs to be crossed over, okay? Not everything needs to be crossed over. But with this show, I know that there's like a whole lot of controversy between Lily Rose Depp is obviously Johnny Depp's daughter, and being part in any way tied to that whole situation with Amber Heard last year definitely was not the best thing ever. Or was it this year? I think it was this year. Definitely not, the best thing ever. And then you also have The Weeknd, who is, it's kind of funny that The Weeknd executive produced this show and he also stars in it. And then Drake executively produces Euphoria, which honestly at this point, executive producing something doesn't mean anything. It's just a way to put your name on something for people to go watch it. Like, oh, Drake executively produces Euphoria. That's awesome. Let me go watch it. Oh, it has nothing to do with Drake. But this show does. This show does have something to do with The Weeknd. I don't know if, I don't know. I don't think The Weeknd is The Weeknd in this show because he has a different name. But still, we're rocking with what we have. Honestly, we're almost 4 minutes into this. I've done enough setup. Let's just talk about the episode. The episode is okay. It's not bad. It's kind of weird. It's very, very, very modern with, cell phones or iPhones, I guess, and gay people and like technology and the way people talk and the way people interact. It's very modern. Definitely set in 2023, modern day California, in Los Angeles. I can only be assuming, probably Hollywood. That's all I gotta say. Like that's how it is. That this time period is actually very, very cool to get into because I think the visuals, and obviously I want to go into the visuals, but the visuals really help to it because you don't put any filter on it. You don't try to make it super very high frame rate. You tailor to the audience, which is, what is the audience? The people that live in these areas, and the random people that think like me, hey, I might as well just go watch this show because The Weeknd's in it or something along those lines. The visuals of the show are actually stunning. It's weird to say that because the plot wasn't all that, but like at least they got one technical aspect right. The editing is okay. The lighting is fantastic. The cinematography is just great for the show. I don't necessarily know if it adds to the story, like making the camera be another character in this episode and in this series and in this universe. But nonetheless, I think it does help with the show and helps with the promotion. It helps with the overall quality of the show. It kind of tells us, different intricate details about the characters. I kind of compare this to Euphoria because everybody is comparing it to Euphoria because people are saying it's the same exact universe. What's going on here? But Euphoria had way better cinematography, I think, up until this point at least, because I always remember the episode, or at least the beginning of the episode, where Rue does drugs in the bathroom at a house and then comes out and goes through this hallway and starts turning, and she walks all the way around the ceilings and the wall. I just love that, and I didn't really get that with this show, but they didn't do a whole lot of drugs in this show either. So I don't know. I'm curious. I don't want to say I'm excited for the next episode. I don't want to say I'm excited for the rest of the show. I'm curious. I'm very, very curious because I love watching the show, like visually, like with my eyes, but I don't really like I don't really know if I like thinking about this show. I don't know if I like getting involved with this show emotionally, because so far it's kind of goofy. It's okay. It's goofy. Whatever. The Weeknd is not the best actor of all time. I mean, we all saw that coming. But the way that he was promoting this show, it seemed like, go watch this show because I'm the greatest actor of all time and I'm the best executive producer of all time. But seriously, I liked the show, sort of. It was okay. Probably the most normal 5 out of 10, most mid thing ever. Maybe a 6 out of 10 because I really like the visuals. It had a film grain over it, and then with old timey movies or whatever, black and white, where like spots would come up or like blotches would come up. They did sort of the same thing with this. Obviously it was artificial because I'm fairly certain they're shooting with high-tech digital cameras, putting a filter over it and then putting like film splotches over it, especially when the subject is in the middle of the frame, and then but on the sides it's dark, like a black or a navy blue or just a darker color. You can definitely see the film grain there, and you can also see the film splotches there too as well. That's honestly all I have. It's mostly about the visuals because I just love the cinematography of the show. The coloring is great too. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, having fun with me talking about The Idol. I don't think I'm going to cover this weekly, but what if this is me? What if this is how I blow up? Me talking about this stupid show, The Idol, on HBO Max. Well, it's not even HBO Max anymore. It's just HBO. Or no, is this just Max? Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't do this anymore. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, having fun. Go listen to me on Spotify, YouTube, Patreon. I appreciate it. See you guys later. Peace.